Hi everyone, bonjour tout le monde, shikamoul, marhaban, jemian. My name is Anderson. I'm the content marketer at CPayant, and in case you don't know, CPayant is a neobank and cross-border payment platform that lets you send money cheaply, securely, and instantly across Africa. So wherever you are in Africa, you can use CPayant to pay like a local. CPayant also lets you send money from anywhere you are in Africa to countries overseas like China, Hong Kong, Vietnam, the United States, the UAE, Brazil, Europe, and a lot more you would see by the time you download the CPayant app, which I would definitely encourage you to. Besides that, CPayant also offer business trade solutions like trade credits, which at the moment what's available is letter of credit, and API integration to help improve your business decision making. You would also get escrow solution from CPayant, which lets you do business in a trusted way on the internet, especially in this day and age where you often get a random stranger message you on Instagram, where you do your business on TikTok and the likes. So make sure to take advantage of CPayant and download the app if you haven't. Today we are going to be talking about the invoice feature of CPayant. And the invoice feature, like your normal invoice, which contains the detail of goods and the amount and allows your customer to pay you. CPayant Invoice is a digital invoice that you can send to your customers' email and they can pay you and you receive the money immediately. So let's jump right into CPayant to learn about how we can create invoices to send to our customers across the beautiful continent of Africa. Allez, c'est parti.
You're a business owner in Africa and trying to get paid easily across borders, you can simply do that with CPayant Invoice. All you have to do is to go to your CPayant business, click on Create Invoice. Then you get an invoice number, and then you decide to enter an invoice number. Based on your company's invoice nomenclature, select a date for invoice to be paid, and then bill to. Click on bill to, and then create a client name based on business or an individual. So for example here, Johnson Rice is what we're using. And then you enter the recipient's email address. For example, johnsonrice@gmail.com. And then you enter a phone number, but that's optional. So you can choose to ignore that. And then you enter the recipient's address. So here we say Luanda, Angola. For that, and then you create the client. And then the next step is to create items, that is goods sold or services rendered. So item, for example, here would be say bags of rice. And then the unit price, for example, would assume it to be say $30 per bag. And then you create the item, and then let's say he bought 3 of these items of prey. Yeah, and they'll create another item saying vegetable oil. And then let's give it a unit price of 15, then create an item, and let's say he bought about 5 of this. And then we can create one more item, say bags of spaghetti, for example. And then we give it a unit price of, let's say $5. And based on the conversion we make, and then let's say he bought 10 of this. So that is summary down there, as you can see. And you could decide to put a withholding tax or whatever VAT tax that you need to put in there or not, depending on the jurisdiction being operator selected. For example, for this transaction, let's say it's a VAT or withholding tax, depending on whatever it is, for 5%. The system creates it, calculated for you automatically. Look at it, and then you look at the summary of the invoice. It's all there. You have the email, and then you create the invoice, and this is automatically sent to the email address of the recipient as a link. All they have to do is to click the link in their email and pay you in your CPayant business account, and that's it. Voila. You could also decide to share invoice again, and to be double sure in case That's what you want to do. So you see the share invoice button down there. So you simply go there, click on it, and then click on send to recipient's email. That is the email you already entered here. And then that's it. That's all you have to do. Then it's sent. You can go back to the dashboard. Right, so that's that. You could also decide to look at your invoice history by clicking on invoice. So you see all invoices sent, receipt invoice, sent invoice, that's the one you just sent to Johnson Rice, and paid invoice. We could look at overdue invoice over there as well. And you could send a reminder for an overdue invoice by clicking on it and sending a reminder. As simple as that, And when a reminder is sent for an overdue invoice, it goes to the section of active invoices now, and the recipient receives an email to pay the outstanding invoice. So yeah, simple as that. And thanks a lot for using CPayant for your business. We look forward to doing more businesses with you. You can also choose to delete an invoice, that's all. So take care.